Today we've got the Civic Type R in for a few jobs. One of them being we're going to change the spark plugs on it. These spark plugs are amazing, unbelievable. They're iridium tipped, which means they last for absolutely ages. This car now has done 79,000 miles on the original set of spark plugs. You can't believe it. They've got a 100,000 mile life expectancy. But we're going to do them a little bit early just to be on the safe side. But I don't know what to expect. I'm going to whip these out and we'll have a good look at them and see how worn they are. But I don't know, 100,000 miles on a set of spark plugs. They're quite pricey. They come in at about 20 quid each. So it's not a cheap job to do. But let's see how worn they are. See what they look like. Are they going to come out the head nice and easy? They've been in there a long while. This is a 54 plate Civic. So what we're talking, about 15 years? I mean, guys, it's ages, isn't it? But anyway, let's crack on, get them out and see what they're like. There's 4 10mm little nuts holding on this engine cover at the top. So we'll just whiz those out, nice and easy. And that's going to then reveal the coils underneath. Just whiz them off with the lecky ratchet. There we go, that's that out of the way. Now you've got the 4 coils and they're held in again by these 10mm bolts. 2 of them have got the extended nuts on them and they're a bit tricky because a standard socket won't remove them. This one here, it's too long for my socket. So we can take out the standard bolts holding the coils in. But like I say, the other ones are deep. This is a snap-on deep socket and even that won't go over that lug. It's just too fat inside. But I've got a quarter drive one that goes straight on. So I'll whiz those 2 out using this deep quarter drive socket. It all depends on the make of your sockets. Some deep ones fit, some don't. It just depends how big the recess is inside. So we'll zip them 2 out of the way. And that's it. That's all 4 coil bolts out of the way now and they can come out. So we give them a little pull just to get them high, push the tab on the connector plug and then pull it off. There it is. These coils are super reliable. I don't know any other coil pack that's as good as these. These just do not fail. I've never had one fail. They're unbelievable. So we'll just pop them all off. That's 3 out, 1 more to go. Bingo, that's them out of the way. Using the 5/8 plug socket, we can get down inside those cylinder head holes. The spark plug, look how deep they are, look. So you've got to make sure you've got a decent socket there to grab hold of those plugs, so it stays in and doesn't drop out when you're lifting it up. So we'll crack them off and whiz them out. And now let's have a look. Now you could hear they were a little bit squeaky. They've been in there for such a long while. Like I say, 15 years these have been in the holes, so look at that. It's unbelievable. The wear on there is non-existent. They are still looking almost like new. That is incredible, really. I mean, it's as clean as a whistle. The gap's right. The tip looks not worn at all. Threads are a little bit brown, but like I say, they've been in there for that long. It's remarkable, really. These spark plugs, they just crack off as they go. Not bad. I was a bit worried, you know, being such a long while without bringing them out, but I shouldn't be because Honda is such a good mate. They're so good. Their engineering is unbelievable. So yeah, it's just testament to how good they are. Again, a couple of turns, they're loose and just whiz them out. No issues at all. Again, still looking good. Always checking when you whip the plugs out, making sure that they're all the same colour, slight browny tinge or clean. You can see how the engine's running, you can see if you've got any issues with burning oil. And that's the last one. Again, all 4 of them absolutely spot on. These are your new NGK iridium laser plugs. Like I say, they're pretty pricey, £20 ish each.
I think at the moment I got them retailing £24 from Eurocar Parts. They've all got the paper or cardboard preset to stop the ends bashing. So inside the box there's a little cardboard end on it. But look at that. That's the old compared to the new. Do you know, I mean, there's hardly any difference there at all. It's unbelievable. So let's bang these back in again. So we'll just wind them in. Steady as she goes. Just as it locks out, we'll give them a tweak. Yeah, just crushes down. There's a little washer on these plugs. It just crushes that washer in slightly to make sure you've got a good seal there. I usually say it's about a quarter of a turn. From when it drops to stiff, quarter of a turn, that's plenty. Just whiz these down and finish them off. Don't over tighten them, you don't need to. As long as that washer's crushing, they're going to be absolutely fine. And with that socket as well, it's got a good grab on it, so you can just load your new spark plug into it and drop it down the hole without worrying about it falling off and damaging the tip on the new plugs. Last thing you want to do is have one fall out and it actually chip a bit of this iridium tip off, or even alter the gap, because then you've got to re-gap them somehow and you'll stand a chance then of marking it up. Whatever you do, don't put a feeler gauge in these plugs. You will remove some of the iridium and it'll damage them. That's the last one down. I can put these coils back in again. Just clip that plug back on, wait for the little click, make sure it's in nicely. Just work his way along, dropping them in as we go. Nice and easy. I do like working on this engine. It's a beautiful engine. Push those down right on top of the plugs, and then we'll just pop these bolts back in again, remembering that these two with the extended ends on them just pop in there, and let's see where the positions are on them. Look, 4 and 2. We'll nip them up. Again, they're only small threads, so just a quick tweak is plenty. And then we'll drop the other two 10mm bolts back on them coil packs, 1 and 3. Just whiz them down. There's not much thread on them. I love this little ratchet as well. This is the it's a snap-on ratchet, but it's got that flexible head on it. It's lovely for getting in tight spaces and just for doing quick finger twists. It's a really nice little ratchet. We'll pop that cover back on there, drop that in, and then finish off with his little nuts on the top. That one at the back there, did you see that? It's a slightly different shape to the others. And these two are standard capped nuts on the front. Nip them up.
So there you go. That was, I can't believe how good they look. They're just like new almost. No wear, just a fraction of wear on there. So, well, just shows you Honda technology, NGK plugs, no problems at all. I think they'd easily do 100,000 miles because they look like new still. So, I hope you've enjoyed that one. It's been a little bit of a learning curve, interesting one. That K20 engine is just delightful. It really is. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Drop me a little thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.